Today we are going to be building a mailbox post. This is a project I've needed to do around the house for a while and I kept on putting off because I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do, but I figured it out, so I figured we would make it together. I know I can buy a mailbox post pretty cheap, but I don't like the look of the small, tiny 3.5 by 3.5 inch post. So for my mailbox, we're gonna make a faux 6x6 out of some cedar 2x4. We'll start by taking the material behind me and cut it to rough length and start making the faux 6x6. With everything cut to rough length, I went ahead and sanded all the surfaces with some 80 grit sandpaper just to knock down all the splinters that occur on cedar. To make the faux 6x6, I lined up one long edge with the short edge of the board, and then the next long edge with the short edge of the next board, and then made sure that all the nice corners were out. You'll have these seams down the edges, but I kind of like the way that looks, and it gives me a beefier looking post without having the expense of buying a solid piece of wood. So the next step is to glue all this together and let it set, and then about 13 inches down from the top, I'm going to create some lap joints for the post arm that sticks out that the mailbox actually sits on. So let me get this glued up and let it start drying, and then once it's good and set, I will come back and we will start cutting the lap joints in the main post and the arm and fitting them together. It is now the next day. I let the glue for the post sit overnight. The boards aren't perfectly square or perfectly flat, so there's some twist to it, and I had to use a bunch of clamps to kind of lock it in place. So I gave it a full cure, and everything is solid. It's rough, it's textured, it's not perfect, and it's awesome. I love it this way. I also have gone ahead and done one lap joint for one of the arms for the mailbox. And a lap joint is basically when you join two pieces of wood by cutting a pocket in half of it, and then the other half has the other pocket, and then you simply line them up, glue them together, and bash them in. I'm not the best with hand tools. It's not one of my strongest skills, but with my circular saw and a chisel and some sandpaper, I was able to get that fit really nice. So I'm going to flip it over, do the other side, pocket the other arm, and then a couple finishing details like putting a block of wood on the front of the two arms, on the back of the two arms, and then putting a cap so that rot doesn't happen on the top of these woods. And this project will be complete. So I'm gonna get to the other pocket and then we'll work through the other stuff. So it's been a couple of hours and I've let everything set up and I've let everything dried, and we are ready to do the last step, which is putting the cap on the post. I added a little bit of a ridge just to give it some appearance, and I have a piece of rubber on top of the post to help protect so no rain goes into the tube or starts degrading the posts from the top. So the last thing to do is to line it up. I'm happy with that. And there we have it. My new mailbox post is ready to be installed. The weather has dipped down below 50 constantly for the next couple weeks, so I won't be able to install it for this video. There's usually a warm spell that comes around Thanksgiving, so I'll try to get it in the ground during then, and when I do, I'll post it on Instagram, so you'll have to follow me at NabbleRabble. But this bad boy is done. It's rough around the edges, which I think is awesome. With about a year of weathering, it'll look great because it's cedar, and I'll be able to give some protective coating at that point. So yeah, I'm super happy with this. It was quick, it was fun, it was dirty, and I love the way it looks. And with that, always, I thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this inspires you to go build and create something. And with that, I hope you go out and do something fun, do something enjoyable, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.